don't you just love a great sketchbook video, but you never know what to do to get started in your sketchbook? I'm here today to give you 6 awesome ways to doodle your way to starting your sketch. If you saw my previous video that I put out, I started this sketchbook where I did a really cute front cover in the front of it. And this time, I'm going to show you some easy and fun ways to doodle in the sketchbook. These sketches are meant to be fun, light-hearted, and easy for all levels. That sounds fun to you? Let's get started. Here we are, and welcome to my sketchbook. The first thing we're going to do is just wet my paints with the little spray bottle that I've got. I like to do this because it just gets the paints going and gets them all softened up to release the pigments. And I'm just going to go in with some fresh water and then into some colors and just start painting random shapes and pretty much start blotting the color all over. This is not necessarily a watercolor sketchbook, but I'm pushing the pages to the limit anyway. I just love this part because it's so freeing. It's a great way to get started, and you can just put the colors wherever you like. There's really no right or wrong way to do this. And then spoiler alert on the left-hand side there. And once it's dry, I'm just going to go in and find some random shapes. For this, I started finding some flowers. So I decided to go and paint some sweet little flowers, just also following the random shapes and drawing in whatever I felt in the moment. I really enjoyed how this one came out. It was very relaxing for me. And a good thing to start with is just something that you know and something that you're very familiar with. And for me, this is so relaxing to paint some flowers. And then you probably saw on the left-hand side, I've painted in some little yellow dots or blobs, splotches, whichever you want to call them. So I thought to go with the pretty little flowers, I wanted to go in and do some bees. So little mini bees, also really easy. So I started off with these yellow splotches, blobs. I'll probably be referring to them as both during this video. And of course I needed the right-hand side of the page to dry before I went in on the other side. So I just used the opportunity to paint on the left side while the right-hand side was drying. Also a really fun, freeing and easy project to do. And then just going in with my fine liner marker, or you can use any pen here, and then just roughly outline the outsides, draw in the stripes, some wings and some faces. So you'll probably see me go back and forth quite a lot in this sketchbook between painting and drawing, a little bit of mixed media. We'll see how it evolves over time. But this is a great thing to start your sketchbook with, just something that you're familiar with and something that frees you and makes you feel very happy, because that's what a sketchbook is all about. Any ideas will work and any colors really work. It's yours to be free with and explore however you want. I just loved how these little bees turned out. I just did the feet and the legs however I felt like. They're all haphazard in different ways, and I didn't even really think too much about it. I just went in drawing as I felt. And I think that they turned out really cute. What do you think? What do you like to draw in your sketchbook? Do you like to keep it minimalist? Do you like to just go crazy and go with the flow? Or do you like to do a lot of those Zentangle type of designs? I think that you can learn a lot about yourself in a sketchbook. There we go, pages of cute little bees and flowers. I actually really like how this little spread turned out. And on to the next page. So here we go. So for this, I wanted to just block out an area with my washi tape. It was a little bit of a struggle sometimes to get the washi tape going, but here we go. And I'm just laying a piece down here and just going in with my pen fine liner marker again. And I'm just going to roughly draw in a flower. Also really not much thought to it, just a stem and some leaves and a very loose flower. Also just keeping it very easy, and I'm not thinking too much. I'm not even really using a reference for this one. Just whatever goes in the moment, I'm just going with the flow here. Once I've done that, I'm going in with a couple of colors just to draw in a rainbow over the top. Just with my watercolors, super easy and simple. Anyone can really do this. It's really easy and I liked it. So just a random spread of colors. Let me know in the comments if you feel like trying any of these. I'd love to see how you do in your sketchbook. You can tag me on Instagram or even just leave a comment down below, and I'd love to see your work. So just keeping it super random, and then after I pulled the washi tape off, I just wanted to go in with a little motivational quote, and this one just brought happiness to my mind. So here we are, happiness is, and every time you open your sketchbook, you'll have a motivational message for the day to get you going. So this is one of those line drawing exercises that I think a lot of people find really, really fun, where you get to just draw in some random lines and just focus on concentrating on your line work for a minute. It's good practice when drawing lines. I've never really practiced this type of thing. I've always been a bit more of a loose sketcher. So I enjoyed this in that way because it was a challenge to try and get lines that are equal widths and equal strengths with each other. And I found out with a practice that I definitely needed some more practice with drawing some lines, and then just went in the inside of the little squiggle to draw some thinner lines in all kinds of like wavies and zigzags. So this one I would like to practice again at some stage because I've never really practiced Zentangles, and I kind of just wanted to rush it towards the end to get it finished, because it was quite challenging and it does take strength of your drawing hand. So definitely a good one to practice if you want to practice your line work. And that's why we have a sketchbook, because it's also a great way to try out some things that you don't really normally do and to push your artistic abilities to the limits. And this for the next one, these are one of my most favorite exercises, just drawing blobs. So I went in with my watercolor again, and I made sure that I put quite a lot of paint on the brush, starting out with yellow, which always is such a bright and cheerful color for me. It's like the color of the sun. What do you think of the color yellow? For me, it always reminds me of a big smiley sun face. Maybe that's a good idea to do on the next page. But here I just went in with some random colors, blobbing it out as I went along. And I think that this one turned out really well. It's also one of my favorites, and I love these kinds of exercises. And a sketchbook is one of those magical places where you really shouldn't be afraid to just do whatever you felt like doing in the moment and keep going. You will get used to certain techniques as you go along, and that's why having a sketchbook is such a great place to start on a drawing, sketching, or painting journey. You can always go in with more saturated colors or unsaturated colors do more water, less water, and it gives you a great feeling for how these colors work out and how the paints work out all together. Even the color schemes, sometimes a little bit strange, but I quite liked how the colors sat together, and it just was a fantasy of colorful blobs. And this turned out to be such a bright and happy and colorful page. So this next one was also quite a fun exercise, and it's a great way to practice without actually sketching. So I didn't sketch any starter lines for this one, and I just wanted to go in and do some leaves to practice how I do leaves and how I get the line work. And it turned out to be a really, really fun exercise. It does take some patience, and I wanted to try and practice layering of different leaves here. And also, I think it turned out really nicely. So I just went in choosing some really simple shapes of leaves, and I just went with how I felt in the moment, all different kinds of greens and different leaf shapes. So it gave me a nice idea of the kinds of leaves that I wanted to do in the future. And your sketchbook is also a place to document some ideas that you have in the moment. So you can always look back on that and go, hey, I like that leaf. Maybe I should try do another painting of it. And then there you have some reference. So that's pretty much it for this video. I really enjoyed these pages. Which one was your favorite page? I'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments down below. This didn't take very long. Each one took probably about 10 minutes, 15 minutes. It's a really loose exercise to get drawing when you want to start on something but you have no idea what to do. Just go into your sketchbook and whatever goes in the moment, just have fun with it. And that's what art is all about. They are fun. And that's what I did. I didn't use any references, so whatever you want. And sometimes in a sketchbook, the simpler the better. So I hope you found this as fun as I did. These types of easy sketches are for everybody. Thank you for watching. If you're new to the channel and haven't subscribed yet, please do become a subscriber. I have new videos every week. This is a fun place to learn all about art and sketching and fun things that you can do with paint and drawing and art. And have a great day. I will see you in my next one. Bye.